Hi, it's Filo. Today we're setting up April in my bullet journal with new paint markers sent by Arrtx. They've already sent me paint markers in the past, and I did bullet journal themes and sketchbook pages with them, had a lot of fun. So I don't get paid for this review and I'm not an affiliate, but they did give me a discount code for you to enjoy. You'll find all the links below, as always. So this set comes with 48 markers, ready to use, no pumping, no shaking, which is really nice, and I'm going to swatch them. The paint flows right from the start and regularly, and the range of colors looks great, well balanced, and as always the colors are vivid and juicy. So I'm going to put them to the test with my April theme, using the widest range of colors I can, and as you've seen on the thumbnail, it's going to be Waterlilies. I love when you open new painting supplies and you can already feel that it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to make you want to paint more. And then they sent me two other sets from their Simptap collection. These come in 36 and 48 colors. They do require activation, so you have to shake them and pump a valve on the end of the pen. So starting with the pros, these come with their color code already on the lid and a line where you can see how much paint is left, which is nice. But here I had difficulties activating them. Sometimes the paint flow was too heavy and it dripped, so it was a bit messy. In conclusion, I do recommend Arrtx colored pencils and paint markers. For now, the Simptap wouldn't be my first option because of the activation and having to shake them every time. And here you can see the swatches from all three sets. All colors are vibrant, and the first set is the easiest and the most enjoyable to use. And finally, a couple pages I did in my sketchbook with those markers. And now let's plan April with the very first set. I wanted to paint waterlilies because I think they look so cool and I have kind of a fascination with them. There's a pond covered with them close to my parents' house, and I still remember my teacher taking us to Monet's house in Giverny, where he painted his famous waterlilies. I was only 5, but it's a core memory. So when I saw Zoe's beautiful paintings, it really clicked, and as you can see, my cover is largely inspired by her art. Of course, my version is very simplified, let's be real. So I'm starting with the leaves using 4 different greens and keeping it very simple. It's just ovals with a dent. I'm placing them as randomly as I can on the page, distributing the colors as evenly as possible, and I make them overlap slightly for visual interest. So I try and place the lighter ones first and then the ones below with a darker shade and so on. I also placed bigger ones around the frame and smaller ones towards the center. The paint flows so evenly, it's really a pleasure painting with these markers. And the colors are so vibrant, I don't need a second coat. Usually, the darker the shade, the more opaque. I don't know if you can see it, but the darker greens are totally opaque, and the yellowish green is even, but you can still see the dots underneath, which I don't mind. And now it's all a nice background, but it's a bit boring, so we need a point of focus so that the eye knows where to look. That's why I'm adding a big flower with pinks and a yellow heart. Now is the time to properly fill this pond with water. I'm doing that with the lightest blue. So it's vivid, but since it's lighter, it's more transparent, so the finish looks a bit streaky. So you would need to go over it with another coat if you want it to be more opaque and homogeneous. In this case, it was totally to my advantage because I just had to color in circles around the waterlilies to get like the waves, so it doesn't look flat. And look what appeared, as if by magic, a dragonfly. I'm just kidding, I didn't know what color to use before for the dragonfly, so I just waited till the end. And in fact, I will change it slightly a bit later. Okay, now that all the shapes are there, I just add a few details to give the painting more depth, so the shadows of the leaves in the water. I also accentuate the waves with a darker blue, and I add a few dots on the leaves with opposite shades of green, so for example dark green on lighter water lilies and light green on darker water lilies. It's all very quick because the paint dries immediately, so I don't have to wait, and I also don't worry that my hands get into something I just painted. And lastly, I'm incorporating a few smaller flowers here and there, and I'm very pleased with the light pink and the yellow because even though they're lighter, I'm painting them on darker colors and they have a good coverage in just one coat. And when everything was done, honestly, I didn't dare writing the month right in the middle. I felt it was too risky, so instead I stamped it at the bottom. And the cover is done. Onto the monthly spread now. In March, I shrinked my monthly calendar onto one single page, and at first I wasn't sure if I could fit everything, but it worked out great, so I'm keeping that for April. And this time I decided to try and put it right next to the cover because I want to see it every day. April is a month full of celebrations for me with our wedding anniversary and my birthday. You don't see a lot of blue on this channel, but this year it's already the second theme with blue. The first one was the one with the bonsais in January, with Arrtx colored pencils. Here I was less scared to write on top of the painting, so I wrote the header with the bullet tip of my black brush pen. Finally, I outlined the header with the white marker to make it stand out against the background, and that's it! A very colorful spread. Next are the trackers. And as you may know, I'm trying different things and testing changes in my layouts every month to keep it fun and always either improve my setups or simply adapt them to my mood. This time I thought I would bring together all the daily trackers and the one line a day page. This way I log everything daily on the same spread. Here I created a big pond that's going around the whole spread. So as you can see, I'm not exactly skimping on the blue. It's literally my background on every page. And I was curious as to how long it would hold. I mean, how many pages can I fill with one marker? And how long can the brush tip hold its shape? What if it loses its juiciness or, the brush starts to fray? I also wanted to see how the marker behaves. Like, will I need to shake it a couple times? Will it let me down before the end of the theme? Things like that. But as I was going, I didn't see any change at all. So I just kept on filling the pages more and more with blue, trying to reach that point or see what happens. So you'll see my first weekly, it's just one big pond at this point. I'm super happy with it. And again, not reaching any breaking point so far. So I did 4 other weeklies off camera, otherwise this video would be way too long. And again, after filling a whole monthly theme with the same blue marker, covering the background on every page, cover monthly trackers and 5 weeklies, the marker didn't show any sign of faltering. The paint keeps flowing, I didn't need to shake it at any point, the brush is still looking exactly the same. So for now, I don't even know how many pages you can fill with these markers. A lot, apparently. So I'll report back when I finish one, I guess. I also did this theme and the sketchbook pages you saw at the beginning in the span of several days. And these markers I didn't even have to shake before using them or anything. The Simptap you do have to shake every day before using them, but these, nothing. You just open the lid and start painting. So yeah, I'm super happy with them. So this is the first weekly I was talking about earlier, and this time I didn't draw daily boxes. Instead, I colored the pond all around, and then the dailies appear as if they are floating among the water lilies. And I'm starting my week on March 31st because I always do full weeks to make it easier. So stick around because I'll be posting pictures for the 4 remaining weeklies on the channel's community tab. Apart from that, if you didn't know, March has been very rainy here in Madrid, as you can probably tell because the light in this video is So this month, apart from our anniversary and my birthday, I really want to spend time outside and hopefully enjoy the sun that's supposed to finally make its comeback next week. And I also plan on finally posting a reading journal update in April. I've been reading great books, but there's one I'm still in the middle of that's really good, but it's killing me. I love it, but I think it's the hardest book I've ever read. So maybe I'll post my May theme a little bit later this month, maybe. Counting on that, and just in case, I did 5 weeklies for April, so the last one will include the first 4 days of May, But this way it's done, and if I'm a little late with my video for May, it's not the end of the world. Alright, here is the final flip through of this bright April bullet journal theme with water lilies. A big thank you to Arrtx for sending their markers, and remember to check out the links and discounts in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see other themes, I leave all my April setups linked below. There's a tarot theme, a cottage in spring, and more. If you've made it till the end, leave me this emoji, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that this video can reach more journalers like you. I'll see you soon in the next one, and until then, enjoy planning!